Welcome back. We will be learning two Hebrew words. These are the word Yom and Shabbat. Yom in Hebrew means the whole 24 hours. Shabbat in Hebrew means rest. The terms that I will mention here are the words that we have already learned from my previous videos. Go over to those videos first before watching this video. Shalom. Sunday. Is Sunday what the Bible says as the rest day? Why is it still relevant for this generation to follow? Get ready, for the truth will be revealed. And Elohim said, Let there be light, and there was light. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good. And Elohim divided the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the first day. On day one, we know Yahuwah created light. There are no sun, moon, or stars yet. Only light being called as day and darkness being called as night. Remember, darkness is not created. It is just an absence of light. Let us recap. In the beginning, Yahuwah created light. He called light as day, and the darkness he called night. And on the fourth day, he created the sun and the moon and the stars, and set them in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon all the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and divide the light from the darkness. And Yahuwah made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, that is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night and the stars, that is the moon. Let's recap. Yahuwah created light and separated light from darkness, calling the light as day and darkness as night. At daytime, you will see the presence of the sun. At nighttime, you will see the moon and the stars. Together, daytime and nighttime makes a whole 24-hour time frame. In Hebrew, this is called Yom. How do we know Yom has 24 hours? I saw 6 openings through which the sun rises, and 6 openings through which it sets. The moon also rises and sets through the same openings, and they are guided by the stars together with those whom they lead. They are 6 in the east and 6 in the west heaven. All of them are arranged one after another in a constant order. There are many windows both to the left and the right of these openings. Openings are doorways or gates that the sun or moon has to pass through. There is a specific amount of time for the luminaries, sun and moon, to travel from one door to another, and it takes an hour for each door. 6 openings would then mean it would take 6 hours for the sun to rise, and 6 hours for the sun to set. Another 6 hours for the moon to rise, and 6 hours for it to set. Adding them all together would give 24 hours. That's the time frame of what we call as Yom. How do we know day has 12 hours? Yom is a 24-hour time frame with 12-hour day, or the hours when the sun is visible, covering sunrise to sunset, and a 12-hour night, which covers after sunset to before sunrise. How do we know night has 12 hours? Night consists of 12 hours. Notice anything? The word day is mentioned 2 times, yet both have different meanings. The first mentioned day is referring to the 12-hour sunrise to sunset time frame, while the second mentioned day is referring to a whole 24-hour time frame with day hours and night hours. Let us look at Strong's Concordance. Here you will find the word day means a 24-hour period. Day also means day hours from sunrise to sunset, which is 12 hours only. My question for you, which of these really means the day? Is it a 24-hour period or a 12-hour period? And Eluah made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night and the stars. And Eluah set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And Eluah saw that it was good. and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the fourth day. As we already learned, day in verse 16 can only be referred to the light or warm hours, time between sunrise to sunset, or the 12 light hours. Now, day in verse 19, however, clearly denotes a 24-hour time frame, which includes night. So, the term day is not applicable here because only light hours are included in the time frame of the term day. We already learned that the Hebrew word for a 24-hour time frame is the word yom. So, the right term for verse 19 should be yom. And the right English translation of this would be the term date, not day. What's the meaning of date? Let us see. Now we know that the 24-hour time frame should be called in Hebrew as Yom Akkad, with Akkad as the Hebrew word for one. And the proper translation in English should be date 1. Based on what we have learned from the scriptures, we now know that the word day means the 12-hour time frame where there is the sun, or what we call the light hours or warm hours. While the word date, or in Hebrew, yom, means a complete set of 24 hours, and that includes day and night time. Now we know the differences between the words day and date. From now on, all the verses we will show will have the right English translation from the word day to date. This is in order to have clarity and avoid confusion. Let's review. Yahuwah created light and called it as day, and darkness as night. In daytime you will see the presence of the sun. At nighttime you will see the presence of moon and stars. There are 12 hours of light during daytime and 12 hours at nighttime. Daytime covers sunrise to sunset, while nighttime covers after sunset to the next sunrise. Daytime and nighttime covers the whole 24-hour date. In Hebrew, it is called Yom. Am I saying the Earth's shape is not a ball? My answer is this: I will only give what is shown in the scriptures. Does night includes moonrise and moonset only? And Yahuwah said again to Edom, Be patient and enter the cave, for the darkness of which you were afraid shall only be 12 hours long, and when ended, light shall come up. That's from the book of Adam and Eve, chapter 26, verse 16. Darkness, as we have already know, is what Yahuwah called as night. Night is after sunset to before the next incoming sunrise. It is a 12-hour period or time frame. What about morning? The word morning here in Genesis chapter 1 verse 5 means of end of night, of coming of daylight, of coming of sunrise. In other words, dawn. Now dawn means the first appearance of light in the morning followed by sunrise. O Adam, get up on your feet. This sun is not a lure, but it has been created to give light by day, of which I spoke to you in the cave, saying that the dawn would come, and there will be light by day. Morning means the moment light starts to appear in the sky. Also means dawn, a part of night. It is approximately 30 minutes to an hour before sunrise. What does morning or dawn look like? The word morning is actually dawn, not sunrise. Morning is still a part of night. Therefore, morning is not part of day. Yes, there is light, but when there is no sunrise, a day has not arrived. That's in the book of Edom and Eve, chapter 13, verse 12. We begin work at sunrise. Most of any job worldwide starts at sunrise. Rooster crowing is a symbol of the break of dawn experience in many countries. Our Alua created roosters to help us know another day is about to start. What an easy way to tell time, don't you think so? What time did Yahuwah created all these? Was it at night time or in daytime? It was always on day hours. That's between sunrise to sunset. Yom starts at sunrise and ends in the morning or dawn before the next incoming sunrise. Is Shabbat or Yahuwah's rest day a whole day observance? The answer is yes. Setting himself as an example for us to follow, all the more we are to follow his ways. And Moses said to them, This is what Yahuwah said. Tomorrow is a rest, a Sabbath set apart to Yahuwah. That which you bake, bake, and that which you cook, cook. And lay up for yourselves all that is left over, to keep it until morning. This means things should be prepared before the day of Shabbat, and save the rest of the cooked or baked food for tomorrow. That's specifically until morning, time before the next sunrise. Now we know the time. Let's go find out which date is the Shabbat. But first, we need to know that our present calendar is not the true Hebrew calendar. Did you see that? What does the Bible say? We should only have 364 dates in a year. Who is this small group? These are the original temple priests coming from the line of Aaron. They are the true keepers of Torah, or scriptures, who were exiled, and the Ashkenazi rabbis were the ones who replaced them. And all the days of the commandment will be 250 weeks of dates, and these will make the entire year complete. Thus it is engraven and ordained on the heavenly tablets. And there is no neglecting this commandment for a single year or from year to year. That's in Jubilees chapter 6, verse 30 to 32. To know how many dates are there in a year, we will be multiplying 52 weeks to 7 because there are 7 dates in a week. And when you multiply it, it will produce 364 dates. And that is exactly what is mentioned in the book of Enoch. How many months do we have in Enoch's calendar? 12 months. Yahuwah's calendar has 364 dates. Is the month's pattern the same with our modern calendar? The answer is a resounding no. Enoch chapter 72 makes it clear that there are 30 dates to a month. Every 3rd, 5th, 8th, and 10th month has an extra date. Following Enoch's months pattern 30, 30, 31, we find the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 10th, and 11th month as having 30 dates. Multiply it by 8 and you'll get 240 dates. While the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th month all have 31 dates. Multiply it by 4 and you get 124 dates. That's totaling in 1 year 364 dates. How many seasons do we have? We have 4 seasons.